Small space gardening. You can get gardening very easily. Right now, a big bag of compost is £3.49 from Aldi, and that's 40 litres. You can see Aldi bag. Pound Stretcher are doing these radishes, which are very easy to sow. You get 100 seeds, and they're a great way to get started. You can pick up these plastic containers from Pound Stretcher, about £5 each. I brought two, and I've got some old ones. There's a different style. What you want to do is use every space of your garden. So in this video I'm going to show you how I'm using a wall to grow. You don't have to have lots and lots of space for gardening. This compost is quite nice. It's multi-purpose. You can use it in containers because the mix has a good ratio of compost and it holds water well. It's good for seeds and cutting. The radish seeds are quite big. You can use it and mix it with soil if you need to. Let's have a look at the quality of it, because in the bags you never know what it's like. Look at that. It's a nice mix. I basically put it in the pots. I didn't fill them very high. You'll see there's like quite a lot of space there because the radishes don't need that much space. So remember, these radishes are 49p for a pack of seeds from Pound Stretcher in the UK. So you get growing very quickly and easily. It's very nice root crop, so it basically gets going really quickly. You're ready to harvest in 4 to 6 weeks. And if you put it in the cold season, like right now we're pre-spring summer, you'll get a nice harvest before the heat sets in, and you'll get a nice little option. So what I did was I basically went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So in this small container you get 26, and that's quite a lot for a snack around the garden. And once they start growing, you can put them in more pots. And look at this space, it's simply a wall. So you don't have to have a really big garden. You can put them up, line them up, and these pots are very good because they hold enough compost to make it worthwhile. And let me quickly show you my other wall, just so you have an idea of what you can do. Look at this. I've got strawberries in this one. Flowers are coming. Same thing, I feel this a little bit higher with a bit of wood bark mulch. The soil's slightly different here, but same thing. And then look, I've got a nice little hydrangea plant in a pot on the wall. So if you live in a house where you've got a wall, you could use this method for small space gardening. Just behind there you'll see that there is more space behind, but that is obviously the garden. But my main goal is to get you thinking about small spaces. Let me show you the radish. And the same thing, have a look at this. We've got walls here, and I've put containers on the wall, and that is coriander. I'll show you the difference of growing it outside in the garden versus inside, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you coriander inside in a pot, and look how far ahead it is versus outside. So look how small those are. They're growing, but they're small. And I've got another pot here. So you can do pot gardening very nicely and easily. Okay, so this was done yesterday. I sowed them. Let me quickly show you. So this is the same pot as I've got outside, but I've got this inside a covered, like a greenhouse you could call it. So you'll see this was planted a couple of days ago. Look, these are shoots coming out. These are radish. These will grow, and once these grow out, you basically have little bulbs that you can just pull out. I'll show you the harvest as well. I'll show you a picture of some of them. They basically look exactly like that. You will get some big and some small. They won't all be perfect like in that picture, but it's a nice mix. And I promised you inside to have a look at the coriander. Look at the coriander inside. That's the same seeds, same time. You could do this on a windowsill. And look, that's coriander. Look how big that is compared to what I've got outside. So don't be afraid to start a small garden in a small pot. You can get a lot of food. And if you like a certain variety, just grow that. And if they're this cheap, you shouldn't have any problems. You'll see I've got other stuff going on here for the garden. I've got some leek, some chives, some lettuce. This one's lettuce here. Hasn't all germinated yet, but it's coming. This one is broad beans, bigger pot. I've got some onions here, peas, which haven't germinated yet, and that's chard, like a lettuce, greenery. So don't be afraid to start a small garden, and look at these small pots along the windowsill. They will grow very healthily. So I feel like you have got the chance to grow in pots and get a lot. Now look at the difference here. There's good lighting here. That has grown very well. But if I bring you over to this one here, it's a little bit darker here. So look at this. They're a little bit tall, leggy. They haven't grown as well because they haven't got the best conditions behind them. They're stealing all the light. So if we simply move this to a more light area with more light, we should get a better result. And I can feel that this is a bit heavier as well. So the compost in this is a bit compacted. Look at the difference. I'll come back with that because I'm holding the camera at the moment. But I think small space gardening is very easy, very satisfying. Let me show you a couple of more ideas for pots. Look at that. That is chilies. They've overwintered in a plastic tub. So let me show you some of the other options just so you've got an idea. In the middle of my patio furniture, that is actually chives. Look how beautiful that is. It looks like grass, but it's actually chives. I've already had a cutting from the top of these. They'll grow back. And look here, this is a gooseberry, just about getting ready. Got some flowers. Got kale, which has gone to seed, so I want the flowers from that. 2 of them are in a pot. I have put carrots in a pot here just yesterday, so I'm letting them germinate by hiding them, making sure they don't dry out. And we get carrots in a pot, all on a patio. As we move around the garden, there's another pot here. There's chard growing there. This is mint. That's ready for planting. I'll put another pot on. And look at these last 2 pots here. Large pots. Again, easy gardening. But remember, you can start with 2 pots. £3.50 compost from Aldi. We'll fill 3 of those. 49p for some seeds. You're looking at under £30. Gardening under £30. And the best thing is, if you look after these pots, you can use them every year. The compost is good enough to keep using. You can add a little bit of fertilizer to it, and you can even make your own fertilizer. I'll show you that in a separate video, but I want to just let you know that it's doable. Just use every bit of space you've got. See, there's a gap there. Normally I would have that pot in that gap. So this normally sits here. I just took it away to show you. So you've got flowers in the mix as well. See you on the next one.